morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jason Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday.
Good morning, Melbourne. Morning, boys.
Good morning.
Oh, how I have missed you two.
A liar.
I was so excited.
What did you say?
Liar.
I'm not a liar.
I was so excited about coming back to work today. Because you know what else goes back today?
Oh, school.
School!
Yeah,
baby!
Has it been torture?
Oh, you've got no idea, Clint. I was saying to some parents the other day.
To all the mums and dads.
We feel like cruise ship directors. Like the kids wake up each day and go, "What's on the agenda today?"
Say casino.
Well, I was on holidays with like a whole bunch of families, and there was a lot of kids, and my goodness,
mate.
it's like herding cats trying to get out the door in the morning.
And the money you're ripping through from activity to activity. I took them to the movies the other day. Then we went out to lunch. Then we got home, and they looked at me and went, "What are we doing today?" I'm like, "What do you mean? We've done it. Today's done. Go play with Lego. That's it."
Yeah, right.
I mean, you did it to yourself, let me just say, 3 times.
You did.
Well, sometimes
Life
the
choices.
sex isn't worth it, Clint. Especially when it's in the test tube for the third one.
Well, then that definitely is your
No
fault.
fun in that.
That wasn't an accident.
No fun in that. Remember, I couldn't even close the first deposit.
I was overseas for the last 2 weeks. How was the weather in Melbourne, guys?
It's been lovely, actually. I've
Yeah.
been sunning myself at the pool.
I did see when I was overseas people
Yeah.
posting, "Oh, it's been the coldest morning in 2 years" or something, and I thought, "Oh God, it's good
Last
to not
week,
be there."
I had that morning where and this is at 9 a.m. I'm scraping the ice off the windscreen. So I can get,
Hang on. Just before we left, you were like, "I don't know what everyone's whinging about. There hasn't even been a morning where you have to scrape the ice off your windscreen yet."
Well, I got it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happened. It happened. Good
Yeah,
to be
she'd be
back
cold.
though. Good to be
Good
back
to
at
see
work.
you.
Oh, you know what
Great
she said?
to see you,
Lauren
Clint.
is glowing, by the way.
Oh, isn't she?
I've got quite the tan.
We were at,
I did wear 50 plus the whole time, I'd like to point out.
What, oil?
No, 50 plus sunscreen and a hat.
That's who you remind me of. My mum and dad, when they'd go to the Gold Coast and get spray painted in
No.
oil and then go lay and bake on the beach. They look like a
Reef
chicken,
oil.
a rotisserie chicken.
No, I was a full 50 plus babe, guys. I can promise you.
You should
In
have
my
seen
one
her
piece on the beach. I wasn't in
yesterday.
50 plus in a bikini. I was in a one piece.
That's some tan lines right there.
Oh, yeah. Like, I am brown from, like, my shoulders up and my hips down. And this midsection ain't seen one
White as a
scare of the
ghost.
sun.
Yesterday, we're at Nova's Red Room. Teddy Swims was there.
Oh, how good.
My favourite bit, Lauren goes, she looks at me, Clint, right? Like, I'm coming off, moving house, 2 weeks holiday with kids and everything. And she walks in, she goes, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, the jet lag will get you.
Yeah.
I know I'm not allowed to whinge about it, though. So I won't. Because I forgot that Jace chose to have 3 children and move house. And so because of that, none of us can have a good time.
Even your friend Nick goes, you watch, this will drag on for 2 weeks. He goes, every meal she'll eat now, she'll be like, this isn't as good as it was in Greece.
100%.
remember the service.
Also, I was in Italy before Greece, and let me tell you, I don't know what they put in their tomatoes over there, but they're just so much better.
How was the tiramisus?
I got a story about that.
Did you bring me one back?
I went to Rome,
How'd you get that
particularly
through
for tiramisu,
customs?
Well, you don't put in that fruit and veggie bit at the
No,
airport,
you
that's for
don't.
sure.
and it was a disaster.
What? No good.
The first restaurant I went to sold out of tiramisu.
Oh, you can't be doing that.
I said to
Were you
Paul-
like, I flown all the way here?
I flew all the way there, and we only had 3 nights. And I was like, I can't waste a meal. And we're going to have to go to another restaurant. And Paul said, but we finished dinner.
Hang on,
And I was
hang on.
like, we're going to have to go to another restaurant.
Save the rest of the tiramisu story for coming up next. We'll do a recap of the holidays. There's so much to talk about. Teddy Swims are going to be on the show a little bit later on this morning. He did play Nova's Red Room yesterday, and it was outstanding. You're going to hear
What's
that
happening
chat.
in the soccer, by the way? Everyone's
Nil all.
obsessed with this.
Nil all.
What is
Euros.
it? So it's not the World Cup.
No, it's the
Euro
best
Cup.
in Europe.
Oh.
The European Championship. What a time, Lauren.
Spain v England.
That's
Yep.
right. You
Does that
got
mean
it.
you're going to be watching something on your
Oh,
iPhone for the whole show?
I'm preoccupied already. Are we back?
So it's still 0-0.
I believe so, yeah.
God,
Yeah.
soccer's an exciting game, isn't it?
Well, yes, producer Brady.
England have just scored.
No, they have not.
Oh,
Correction, Spain scored. England did not.
are you making this whole... Do you have any idea what's
So
going
hang on, Spain have scored.
Spain has scored.
España!
Oh, the Poms are going to be angry.
Play the Spanish music. All right, we're gonna get right across the football this morning
Oh, it
as
sounds
well.
like we're across it.
Yep. And of course, old Trumpy.
Oh, Trumpy.
Missed him by that much.
Oh, my
Poor
goodness.
Donald.
We will go there very soon, but let's kick it off with Lauren's favourite. Morning, everyone. Welcome to your Monday.
It's not Houdini, is it?
I don't know if this is right. Did we get the weather screen fixed while we were away? 'Cause it's saying tops of 13.
I'd take 13 degrees.
So would I today.
Not too bad.
Could have been tops of 13 2 weeks ago, and we went on holidays and the weather screen was jammed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, 12 degrees.
great.
It's all right.
Guys, we're going to dive into the Donald Trump assassination attempt coming up in the next few minutes.
Wow.
Got some amazing audio I want to play for you where locals actually spotted the gunman before
It's quite
shots.
extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, were fired. We're going to hear that in a second. First, though,
It is good to be back, boys. We had 2 weeks holidays.
I'm rattled this morning.
You don't want to be back at work?
No, I'm really stoked to be back. Moved house during the break.
Yes. How was that? Because moving house is an absolute headache.
Oh, it was a dream, Lauren. It was so easy.
But exciting because you moved into a great mansion.
You did. There's lots of room for activities.
Could swing a cat in there, couldn't you?
There was a lot of boxes, and it took us 2 weeks to unpack.
And you got a
can't-
pool.
Didn't
you
you have
can't
someone
tell
do that
Clint.
for you?
You
Tell
can't-
Clint what temperature you've had your pool on.
39.
What?
He's bathing in it at
Sorry,
night.
is it the Peninsula Hot Springs?
Wait until he gets his first gas bill.
I said-
39
And those
degrees.
children will be swimming
The
in it.
steam that's coming off that pool.
He did say last night to me, he goes, "Oh, I'll call you back. I'm just getting the kids out of the pool." I'm like, "It's the height of winter."
Yeah,
What
no,
are they
he's
doing
made it like a
swimming?"
bath. Has it got a spa too?
No.
Oh, so the whole thing is a giant spa.
But it's not a
Do
big...
you have any idea how big your gas bill's going to be? Can you report back on the first month of your gas bill?
We will. So, like, I said to the kids, look, go hard with the heater during holidays because this is holidays,
Yeah.
right? And plus, trying to unpack a box with kids in the house, it just doesn't happen.
No,
It
they're
take
much
me-
better off to swim unsupervised while you're unpacking boxes. That's a way better idea.
I mean, when you put it like that.
In the hydrotherapy
I know,
pool.
congrats. I know you've been so excited. You've bought the house, you've moved in. Any unexpected things in the house that now you've moved in, you're like, oh, I didn't notice that when we were
Yeah, yeah.
walking through it. What?
It doesn't have air conditioning like I thought.
It doesn't have air conditioning.
Nothing.
It's got
Well, that's fine in winter.
evaporative.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where it sucks
okay.
out the hot air. Not great on a humid day.
Because you're an air conditioning
I'm an
guy.
aircon boy.
Well, that's fine. Chuck a couple of split systems in and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. So that's but I'm rattled because it's a new drive to work now.
Oh, longer or shorter?
It's a minute shorter, so it was
Oh,
definitely worth all the
great.
stress of moving.
Yeah.
But just, you know, when you're like driving a different route and it's like, oh, I've done this drive.
Yeah, one day when you're tired, you'll drive to the old house as well. That
Did
takes
you have a
bit of getting
practice
used
drive?
to.
Like when you're having a baby, should we do a practice run to the airport?
Did you drive? You might drive past a new coffee shop.
Well, that's the thing. I've driven past George, my little coffee shop.
Do you still
along
drive past him?
Well, no, I'm gonna go back to the old route tomorrow because I was rattled this morning. And there's a McDonald's on the route to work.
Oh, no.
What are
it
you going
does-
to do? Pick up a Big Mac every morning?
No, I can't. It doesn't open till 6.
What?
So we're gonna have
Aren't
to.
they all 24 hours now?
No, not anymore.
Oh. So you had a good holiday.
It was great. It was great.
Clint, did you get a holiday?
I got 3
Oh,
days off.
actually-
3 whole days.
Wait for this. Where did you go?
I went to the Gold Coast, Lauren.
How was the weather, Clint?
It was stunning.
How was it, Clint?
I got off the plane at Coolangatta Airport. It was raining. And I got on the plane at Coolangatta Airport to come home, and the rain stopped.
It rained the whole
The
time
whole
he was
time.
there.
Really?
Yeah.
Non-stop?
Seriously, what have I done to deserve this
Like,
torture?
Was there little gaps?
No, not one gap.
Did you go to the beach?
Do you
at
know
all?
what? I needed to carry the hotel umbrella everywhere with me. You know the hotel umbrella? That was
keep it?
mine
They
the
would have
whole
been out of
time.
stock if it was raining that much.
Nothing worse than using
That-
the hotel umbrella to get somewhere, and then you go to get your umbrella and someone's flogged it
Yeah.
at
I
the
know.
restaurant.
Because they're communal. But that's I'm sad for you because
Thank
you work so hard and I know how excited you were to have 3 days off. And when I heard it was raining the whole time, I sat in my little sunbed in Greece just laughing to myself.
Just cackling. I feel your sympathy right there.
Oh gosh.
Back to the
How was Italy in the
back to the
So I went
tiramisu.
to Rome for 3 days and I saw all the sites. Did not do one sort of touristy thing, but we walked a lot around Rome. Rome's a real walking city. So we walked everywhere. We saw the Colosseum, the Pantheon, what else is there? The Trevi Fountain. Did all that.
Yeah, right.
Is
then I-
walking
and then I went to
okay
Greece.
around
Oh, yeah. Rome's a great city to
You
walk
could have
around.
borrowed the Pope-mobile.
You know what we did?
Lime scooters.
We got the Lime scooters.
Did you?
We got the Lime scooters. I was at the start. I was like, Paul, absolutely not. There's just no way on earth. Wow, I was zipping around town on
Really?
those cobblestones. I was like,
Did you have the helmet on?
trying to get up the hill. No, I don't think you need to wear helmets over there. Do you? Maybe. Yes, I did.
Don't look at me, Dale. I'm unpacking boxes while the kids are in the pool.
And I'm
we
under an umbrella.
So we went to Rome purely because I wanted to make Jace jealous about the tiramisu. First restaurant I went to, sold out of tiramisu. And I said to Paul, we've only got 3 nights here. Like, we can't waste a meal and not
I
have a tiramisu.
hate wasting a meal.
So
Yeah.
we went to another restaurant and we sat down, had a glass of wine because we didn't just want to walk in and be like, you got tiramisu? So we had a glass of wine, had a little cheesy snack or whatever. And then I was like, time for dessert. Let's get the dessert menu. They didn't even have tiramisu on the menu, but they had pavlova on the menu.
yeah.
What?
I was like, I am not eating pavlova, in
pavlova?
Rome.
Not in Rome.
In Rome.
In Rome?
In Rome.
Isn't it a New Zealand dish?
Yeah, it's made its way to Rome.
Question.
I was furious.
Question.
Question.
What's the garlic bread situation in Rome?
Oh, it's a real
is,
change-up.
is it a loaf
It'd be,
or is it
it'd be a pizza, wouldn't it?
I didn't eat, do you know what? I didn't eat a pizza. I had pomodoro the whole time, just spaghetti, tomato, basil.
the whole time?
Yeah, I don't think I had a pizza. Oh, that's not true. I did have a pizza one night.
I don't
we
know
went
that
to a friend's
the
house.
Italians are into the
I don't
garlic
think they
bread
do garlic
loaves
bread.
Really?
with the alfoil around it.
Where do they sit on the chocolate lava cake that Domino's do? Surely that'd be in Rome.
The mini Bavarian.
And a Roman pizza's like super, super thin.
So did you get your hands on some tiramisu eventually?
Eventually,
Yeah, was it good?
it was
Stunning.
absolutely stunning. It didn't rain while I was there either, Clint. Not a skerrick of rain.
They do cheesy crust in Rome.
They don't do cheesy crust.
Damn it. This is a Never 100. You're on the air with Jace and Lauren. Clint's here from the newsroom as well. And it was the footage seen around the world yesterday. Assassination attempt on former President Trump. This was the moment.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Just crazy.
Wow.
Clint, I know
it was
you
like
were...
watching something in a movie, wasn't it?
I know, it really was. You were on
Yeah.
Channel 9's Weekend Today show at the time. You were breaking the story. Run us through...
Because you were just live doing your thing, and then how do you get the news that something like this has happened?
So it was about 8:10 yesterday morning. As you say, we were live. We just gone to the weather, and as the weather was happening, deliver the news that there was an incident. All I was told in my ear was that there was gunshots, and President Trump had been whisked away. And we played the vision, and what became so evident in those chaotic few seconds and minutes was that it was very clearly an assassination attempt on the former president and the presidential candidate. The chaos that erupted in those few minutes afterwards and the defiance from Donald Trump is something that is now a moment in history.
I mean, those images of him with his fist in the air.
The right fist in the air, yelling to the crowd, "Fight, fight, fight," with blood dripping down his
Yeah.
face.
A lot of people saying that's won him the election.
That's the election right there. And
Wow.
that image
It was
has
pretty
gone
amazing.
right the way around the world.
Hasn't it? And it's like, for you, sitting in a newsroom and you see, like, you hear it and you see it, how does it unfold for you? Do you just get drip fed
Yeah.
information and you just have to run with it? Do you?
It's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Obviously, you're trying to line up guests and the like, but you're constantly fact checking on the run because there is a danger in, I guess,
Well, there's a
misinformation.
hysteria, right, as well.
There is a lot of people jumping to conclusions,
Yeah.
and you can't really trust social media
God, no.
anymore
No.
for facts.
How many celebs have we killed off on Twitter?
I know.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Poor Jeff
Can
Goldblum.
can I just say, Stanners, you did an amazing job yesterday. I was watching it, and
How long
you
were you on
just
for?
stayed so cool doing like
we were on air for
calm.
until about 11 o'clock. Yeah, and that was rolling coverage, just not knowing where we were going.
Did you ever
who
do
we
the
were
old,
speaking to?
Do you ever do the old classic TV filler where it's like, all right, we're still waiting on guests, so it's like, let's recap what we
Yes.
know so
Oh,
far.
yeah.
I watched a lot, and there was a lot of
We
recap.
were recapping on the 15-minute mark of each.
But well done.
But it's
'Cause
now.
that's hard.
Thank
But
you.
also, that's a moment in history. Like I was saying this morning, You think about, like, growing up, you get played those old clips of JFK.
I know.
The assassination, it's all grainy footage. Like, we're watching this live on TV.
Well, we actually interviewed Ronald Reagan's former press secretary who was working for him when he had the assassination attempt on him. And it brought back this flood of memories. She was visually shaken and emotional, just reliving that experience.
It's
for
also
her.
hugely confronting for just anyone at home watching that. Like, there's kids and families waking up and watching someone assassination attempt on television. Like,
well, the attention is now turned to the shooter, right? And
Absolutely.
what has emerged today is that shooter also had explosives on him, and also was a card-carrying Republican voter.
Now,
So he wasn't a Democrat; he was a Republican.
The Secret Service are about to speak live at a press conference this morning as well, because there's a lot of eyes on
what
them
about
going. Because
they just gather, like, they just fully put their bodies on the line to protect him for
Now,
whatever
listen,
happens next.
But was it good enough?
No,
That's the
that's my question.
being
Well,
asked.
Because I watched 24 growing up. I love Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood. I know these aren't like docos, but
Surely the first thing you do is look on the roof.
Trump ducked down behind the podium before the Secret Service got there. What happened to them, like, being there to
Well, I
stop
guess
the
that
bullet?
is like bulletproof, whatever he's hiding behind.
But then here's the thing, and this has emerged. There were witnesses in the crowd that spotted the shooter before the Secret Service. Take a listen.
We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. And probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking, we noticed a guy bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. We're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
Like, you got Hillbilly Joe in the crowd who's spotting a guy on the roof who's only, the shooter was about 130 metres away?
It's
How did
truly
he get
bizarre
up
that he
there?
got up there without anyone noticing.
Absolutely. Well, Jimmy in the crowd spotted him.
I know. It's so scary.
The theories
Oh,
going around right now.
don't.
Here we go.
I want to throw one at you. Brody,
Oh, here we go.
producer Brody, what do you think happened yesterday?
Now, I don't want to defame anyone in this.
Oh, God.
Allegedly,
It's okay. You're a long way away from America.
Trump may have done it himself.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
He was literally centimetres away from being shot in the head.
Explain
yes,
yourself.
but what would ensure his victory in the presidential election if an assassination attempt?
You know what? You're up there with my wife watching the Teddy Swims footage of singing with the busker in Brisbane over the weekend.
I'm
What
thinking it
happened
was
there?
fake.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I
where,
did.
Yeah, where the busker was singing a Teddy Swims
Wasn't
song.
it just
Teddy was
a-
walking past and she goes, oh, and picks up a second
Yeah, it was a
microphone.
genuine moment.
No,
It
my
was.
wife goes, oh, there was a second microphone.
come on.
Obviously that was planned.
We asked him about it.
I'm like, guys,
We asked him about it, and he was like, can't some nice things just happen?
Trump didn't shoot himself. Teddy didn't know the busker was going to be there.
No.
All right.
Nah. Conspiracy theorists, stand down.
We are answering all your conspiracy theories
Did
this
Teddy
morning.
have something to do with Trump?
Oh, no.
Just throwing it
no.
out there.
Don't even put those two names together.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
well,
it's-
Trump. He's back on the election trail.
I
He is
know.
indeed.
He's going to be the Republican nominee as
What about
of tomorrow.
the people that thought he was going to turn up at the UFC last night? I'm
Well-
like, the bloke just got a shot
Well,
in the
I
head.
think
He's
he-
not going to the UFC.
Apparently he wanted to, but
As
he was
if.
told by his peeps,
No.
you
Right.
got to rest and recover.
He got shot
I know.
in the ear. I mean,
I
those
know.
UFC fighters have cauliflower ears. They probably look just as bad.
I'd shoot myself in the ear to not go to the UFC. Let's get the latest on the Euros.
Yeah, let's head to Berlin where the Euros final is happening right now.
People glued to the screens.
Well, England is just the genuine soap opera story of this campaign, right? So they've come so close, so close, so close for so many years.
So it's the final for
It's the
those who don't
final.
know anything about
So
this.
England
like me.
v Spain.
Yes.
Basically,
How long to go?
Well, we're into stoppage time right now, so we played 90 minutes.
Yep.
Is that overtime?
Score,
And is this one where they'll do penalty shooter?
Only if it's a draw at the
at the
end of the
moment,
overtime.
Spain leads 2-1. There has been an ounce of heartbreak because Spain scored in the 86th minute.
So how long left in overtime? Do you get
Well,
to find
it depends
out?
on how much stoppage time there's been. I'm going to say there's probably about 4 or 5 minutes of added time.
Oh,
so
that's
not
not
long
long.
left for the English.
So there's no.
Who are we barracking for?
Well,
England.
this is a
England.
really good. Are we?
Well, they're
I
the
am.
underdogs.
Don't speak for me.
No, they're the underdogs.
No, I would love nothing more than to see England suffer.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Why? I like England.
Did we not learn? Let's let the underdogs have a win.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I quite like tapas, so I'll go Spain maybe.
Well, no, as I say, they
I
are.
like sangria.
They
But I-
are
But I also
sangria
like
is
Pimm's.
when it comes to soap opera and sport, England is the team that so often delivers the heartbreak story, right? And there's this whole, football is coming home. Have you heard about this?
No.
It's coming home.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
coming
No, no.
home.
I'm coming home.
No. It's
Tell the
no,
world.
it's
Football's coming home.
What?
So there's this whole notion of football coming home once they secure a major championship, a major trophy.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, closer to home here in Melbourne, I believe there's parties going on right the way around the city. Like
Would there be people up all
action-packed.
night?
Okay, well, Charles Dickens Hotel, we've got producer Jiz, who's down
Jiz.
there at the moment.
Well,
I'll
he's
see-
our European correspondent.
No.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, it
Is he
sounds
there?
somber.
hello, Jiz.
Hello, guys. How are we?
We're good. Are you at the Charles Dickens Hotel? What's the vibe like?
All right, I'm in the Charles Dickens in the city. The vibes right now, I'm going to say, are very tense. We've just walked in. Spain, 2-1 up. There's a lot of very, I'd say, on the edge English fans right here.
Okay.
I'm with a man called Sam. Sam, you're on the air. You're on Nova. Please don't swear. How are you feeling right now?
Hi, Sam.
Nervous, I can't lie.
You're nervous?
Yeah, it's not looking great. I mean, it was a poor second half start. Just slow to get off the mark, I think. But some great subs coming on. I mean, Cole Palmer, instant action.
This is some great commentary right now. Do you
Carl
reckon they can
Palmer.
pull it back? Do you reckon they can pull it back right at the death?
I hope so. I really do.
The game's fucked, mate.
Whoa.
I was about to say,
Jiz.
I actually, with both accents, I don't understand a word of either
I
of them.
think that was a third
Yeah,
voice.
right.
we paid in
Jazz,
there.
what's the population like in there? Are we talking more English than Spain?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty rammed right now. I can only see white, some blue.
White.
No, there's no red of España right now.
There's no Spanish
Espanol.
fans going rogue in there.
Hey guys, guys, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. I knew we were sending Jiz down to the pub this
Yeah.
morning, so I got him to go shopping yesterday.
Oh, he's not.
Merch.
Hey Jiz, just
Yeah.
don't say it too loud, but tell Lauren and Clint what you're wearing under your jumper.
Okay, I do have a fresh Spanish jersey.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
Do you want me to derobe?
Can you
no.
derobe like
Hang on,
a
yeah.
bull in a china
Sorry,
shop?
what's your name, my friend?
Oscar.
Oscar, could you hold the microphone for one
I
moment?
wouldn't give the
Oh,
microphone
no.
to Oscar.
Just hold it there for a sec. I'm just going to take off my jumper.
Yeah, no problem.
Just very quickly.
My hand is on the dump button.
Oscar, kick
Is that
him in
is that all right? Do you think that's okay for right now, Oscar?
Fuck off.
I'm at the dump.
No.
I'm at the dump.
Oh, no.
Is Jazz
What were
okay?
you thinking?
Is he okay?
Oh.
That could turn nasty.
I've had to dump. If you're just joining us, we got our producer Jazz to derobe in the English pub.
That's below the belt. I hope they kick
Do you
him
know
in the
what?
shins.
It's in the spirit of competition, Lauren.
No, it's not. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't have the courage to go down there and do that.
Oh God, no! I'm here pushing the buttons.
It's a red card.
The problem
Okay,
is,
so how much time is there left in the
Well,
Euros?
we're into the 4th minute of stoppage time.
I don't even know what that means.
guys, now we're back, and now we're out of delay. I can't even cross back to see if Jiz is alive. And well,
What do you mean?
well, because we're out of delay now, I can't cross back to him.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
well, you
What's
can.
the worst that
Yeah,
could happen?
exactly.
That can happen. I got to say, that voice right there, it sounds exactly the same when he's live. It is unbelievable. Nova's Red Room was hosting Teddy Swims yesterday.
Amazing.
It was incredible. Big shout out to everyone who scored an invite and came along. Beautiful theatre
And
as
he's
well.
like a big teddy bear, isn't he? We spent a bit of time with him yesterday, and I really liked him to begin with, and now I really, really like him.
How did he go playing a matinee?
You wouldn't pick it because I found it
His
weird.
voice was pretty good. I reckon he's getting tired though.
Is he?
Because he's doing so
been
much
on the
extra
circuit, hasn't
outside
he?
of the tour. Like he's doing a lot of promo, and he's thrilled because he's playing sold out stadium shows here.
Mm.
And he was saying to us like, I don't play stadium shows in America. He's like, this is my place.
Yeah, he was
He
pretty
loves
blown away
Melbourne,
by,
loves Australia.
by Australia and the crowds.
Got that busker up last night. Too.
The Brizzy Busker.
The breezy busker flew her in and got her up on
Brizzy
stage.
Busker.
We're going to hear from Teddy a little bit later on in the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you go to a function, I had my lovely wife there yesterday, and as we arrived, I said to Lauren, hey, bit of a heads up, Lou's here. She's with one of the school mums you've met before, Kiri.
Yeah, how did you describe her to me in case I forgot her?
The mum,
Kiri?
the mum that flips the bird.
The mum that flipped the bird at us at the school musical when I went with you. Oh. She's a hoot. Straight away, I picked her from a mile away.
She is a hoot.
She's a hoot. Yeah, Kiri, love her.
So I just want to, recap. So, because there's nothing worse, and when you're introducing yourself to people and you've already met and stuff like that. And I said, and remember, my friend Instanath and his Mrs. Molly are going to be there.
Called Instanath because he met him on the internet, but now they're great mates.
Yeah. So I've said that, right? Just a quick recap.
He goes, you've met him before, so just... And I was like,
That's
thanks.
a real mashup, that is, already. I'm confused.
But also, great work from me. Here's a bit of,
Warning.
prep work,
You'd
bit of
think
warning.
So?
Teddy performs. It's an amazing show. Afterwards, Loz had to get out of there.
There's the cool school mum. There she is. Hi, Kiri.
Yep,
Great to see you.
Give her
Flip
the
the bird
bird.
right
Yeah.
there.
And then I went to some post Red Room drinks, and my mate Instanath was there, and he goes, "The most bizarre thing happened."
Don't. It's so annoying.
And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Lauren came running up to Molly and I."
I don't run, so I wasn't running.
And he goes, she looked at Molly and was like, "Hey, nice to see you again." And then she gave me the biggest hug and kiss and was like, "Nath." And he looks at me and he goes, "I've never met her."
We've never met.
I got confused. I thought they'd met.
And
so
I've
she's
seen
gone
photos
in,
of him.
She's gone in all guns
But I'm-
blazing like they've met before.
Because you made me feel like Nath had said something like, I'm excited to catch up with Lauren. So I was like, Nath, great to see you, bro. Gave him a big hug and kiss. And he goes, nice to meet you. And I was like, oh, he's so nervous seeing me again that he said the wrong words.
He's nervous.
He said the wrong words. I thought, oh, got him.
I'm sorry.
No, we've never met. And I've given the bloke a big smooch on the cheek.
He looked really rattled. He's like, she really came in hot.
And I actually...
Imagine his wife. When did you meet her?
At the
I
races.
actually would have just said, great to see you. But instead I went, great to see you again. Had an awkward hug.
That's my bad. Sorry.
When are you two catching up again, huh?
Sorry.
Maybe we have met before and you just
Whoa.
don't know.
We pay your bills.
Nova's Pay Your Bills.
Hang there for a sec, Sabrina. Morning, everyone. You are on the air with Jace and Lauren. Clint's here as well, and we are paying your bills. And I'll tell you what, they are adding up at the moment. There'd be people out there bankrupt after school holidays.
Seriously.
Oh,
and we
mate.
want to make life a little easier for you. So if you've got a bill that you want paid, all you need to do is register your bill on the Nova Player app. We could be calling your name and paying that bill. You just got to call us back within 20 minutes to get that bill paid. All right. So you got to listen to the show.
All right.
Whose bill should we pay today? What about Nicola? Nicola has a phone bill of $500
Oh,
she wants
Nicola.
to pay. Ooh, that stings. Should we pay it for her?
Silly Nicola. Get on one of the package deals where
What,
you
a
don't pay
prepaid?
over $80.
But maybe she hasn't paid it for 6 months.
Nicola, that's
All
on
right,
you.
Nicola, if your phone hasn't been cut off, give us a call. You've got 20 minutes to call us. There's a bit of
Here
irony
she
in that,
is,
isn't
Sabrina.
it?
What a surprise.
And we'll be paying that bill for you, sis.
Hit up the Nova Player app and register your bills. We are paying them, Melbourne.
Just quickly, shout out to all the parents who have survived school holidays, kids going back to school today. Well done, parents.
You made it.
Well done, kids.
be
Go
a
back
few
and
little-
see your friends.
The little Prosecco's getting popped at 9 a.m. this morning, let me tell
I
you.
bet. Yeah, the holidays are officially over. We had 2-week holiday, which was so nice. I scooted off to Europe for 2
Yes.
weeks. Literally the second our mics were off on that Friday, I ran to the airport, got in a plane and got out of here.
See
And
Chrissy Swan? Swanee's over there.
I did not see her, but I was on the same flight as Jack Charles, who does the show with Chrissy.
Oh God.
Same
You two
flight
at
over.
14,000 feet's a dangerous
Just a
combination.
little champagne in the air, never hurt anybody. Had a great time. We went to Mykonos for a week.
Knickers
and
off.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Apparently so,
What's
yeah.
that?
It's called Knickers off. A lot of fun and frivolity there.
Oh, I kept my knickers on, the large portion of it. Anyway, that's not.
Whoa, okay. Don't worry.
Dig down a little deeper.
Oh.
We're going to get the story.
No. Anyway, first night we get there because we went with a whole bunch of families, whole bunch of friends, big crew of us. I think in the end there ended up being like 37 of us or something. But the first
It's a lot
night,
of knickers off.
no. Okay, stop talking about knickers off because the first night, some of our friends, kids, but they're 18, 19,
Right.
20, wanted to go out. Because they're 18 and they were like, come on, you got to make the most of every night on vacation.
Absolutely.
You're in Mykonos.
And their mums and dads were like, oh, God, you're only 18. And there were some other kids coming who were like 20, 21. They weren't there yet. So they were like, how do we feel about the 18-year-old girls going out? I'm sort of sitting in this family meeting thinking, this is way above my pay grade. Girls really wanted to go. And I was like, I got a solution for this. I'll take them out.
Oh, Mum's going out.
I'll take them out. And I was like, they were like, really, Lozzie, will you come? I was like, sisters, I gotcha. Let's go.
Can I just say, you are always very good in a situation like that.
Well, I was like, they'll be safer with me. Paul looked at me like, seriously, we should send an adult with Lauren and the girls.
Did Paul give you some spending money?
Yeah, we needed cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Totally raided his wallet. And so the girls looked at me and they were like, yes, Lozzie, let's go, let's go. And I said, well, what should I wear? And they said, nothing too hectic. I was like, oh, well, because, I do hectic dressing.
Did you pack some
Well,
stuff
depends
from...
where you
So
go.
I panicked and I was like, well, I don't want to be too hectic, but they're 18 and they came out in these tiny little skirts and little tops. I just wore a little mini skirt, sneakers and a little singlet top. Very basic, black and white.
Dressed like them?
No, I had many more cloths on than them.
Gotcha.
Many,
Bit more fabric.
bit more length, bit wider, bit more length. Anyway, get in the car if we tried. I'm like, where are we going? And
There's so many hot spots.
they said, Scandi Bar.
Oh, one of my favourites.
Oh, have
What's
you been
Scandi
there?
Bar? What's Scandi Bar?
Scandi Bar, even
Scandinavian bar.
in
Oh,
Mykonos. I was like, shouldn't
iconic.
we go to a Greek bar? They're like, no, Scandi Bar's where everyone goes.
So like one of those little places you have the
It's
shisha
basically
pipes.
like
It doesn't open till like midnight, mind you.
It's
So
a
I was
gi-
like,
God.
oh my God.
It's a gigantic fire hazard. That's what it is.
But also, it's like if you were 20, you'd almost feel old there.
It
So
doesn't open till midnight.
well, there's like bars down, or maybe 11. There's like bars downstairs, nightclub upstairs. So we're waiting because we got
I
there
won't
early.
go to
There's
'cause
a
I'm
balcony that looks like it's about to tumble.
I'm a massive loser, so we're
Yeah.
there like an hour early.
Oh, great.
And I'm like,
Beat the crowd.
beat the crowd. So you get upstairs, and then to get into the nightclub, there's like a drinks list, and they're like, "Oh, your entry is buying a drink." I was like,
good.
"What?" And then they give you like a token, like you're in rations, and you go to the bar with your token and get your drink.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't have went down well
Can
with
you
you.
imagine me? I was 20 years too old. You know what happened? Barman came up and said, "Do you want to be the first one to dance on the bar?"
Yes, you did.
No.
I've
Of
danced
course,
on,
I did not do
I've
that.
danced on that bar.
Have you?
I've danced on the bar there.
I wish you were
It's so
there.
fun.
I was about to say, how'd you go with the stairs getting into the joint?
I held on real tight to the railing.
They've also got a podium there.
I was on
which
the
is-
podium,
yeah,
but
you're
not
the podium.
not on the bar.
Yeah, multi-stair
There
podium.
Did you
was
do the
one
podium?
there was a podium with a pole. I didn't get on that
Oh,
one.
was it?
Left that to
I've
the
not
kids.
done that either.
Adults, young adults.
Oh, I see. You let
They
them-
said, you got to stop calling us the kids. We're the young adults. I was like, okay, and what am I? And they're like, the old adults.
You're also on a podium.
So you're like, yeah, kids, no worries. Just go on the pole. Let's
Opened at midnight.
Oh,
great.
mate, I don't do a movie session if it's after
Did
6:30.
you kick on to Jackie O's down the road?
Not that night, no.
No.
But the drag
That's
show
another,
there
that's
is
another great
fun.
club, Jace.
We
We
must
should
go.
do
We
a
must
team.
go to Mykonos.
We must go.
We wouldn't come out alive. We wouldn't come out in one piece.
Our next guest is a genuine Aussie hero who raised more than $2 million for the homeless by running from Perth to Bondi Beach.
I was hoping to raise $1 million for charity, but I was also hoping to, just to be honest, inspire a whole lot of people to keep getting up and get going.
He's got a new documentary coming out about it tomorrow, and we've got a sneak peek right here.
Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest!
How did that get in there? Anyways, please welcome to the show, Ned Brockman.
Hey!
Hello.
Good
Ned.
morning.
G'day, Ned. How are you, mate?
I've never been better, and all the better for speaking to you guys.
Oh, good on you. Hey, I mean, I know I haven't seen the documentary yet. Clint has seen it.
Yes.
But I feel like we were all there with you because that last day of this run was so well documented on the news, everywhere all around the world. Did you expect it to be this big, Ned?
I actually didn't. I kind of took on the run for two reasons: to raise $1 million and push myself to places I've never been pushed before. And so everything that kind of came of it was a byproduct. And I guess running into Bondi was something I could never have imagined. And it was, one of those moments you kind of wish you could bottle up and drink every day. But I'm forever grateful that it has led the way it has, and now we've got these awesome things to keep continuing on with.
So the documentary Run, it airs on Fox Sports at 8:30 p.m. Tomorrow, and it's also available on KO Sports. Clint, you went along to the premiere.
I went to Hoyts in Chadstone and
the
rolled
nice
up.
seats.
There was a beautiful red carpet there. Yeah. Everyone was ushered onto the red carpet to get their photo taken. I arrived with Collingwood superstar Jack Crisp.
Yep.
Anyway, we were ushered up. I thought, there's Ned Brockman. He wants a photo with us. So there's Ned. So he put an arm around Ned.
I saw a photo of the three of them.
How incredible is this? Of all the people, he wants a photo with us. Anyway, it turns out he was just being wheeled out for everybody on the red carpet.
No, mate. No. I just could not wait to get a photo with you.
Yes.
Bloody hell, what a pleasure that was.
Hey, congratulations, Ned.
Do they serve snacks at a health doco like this?
Yeah, good
Because
call.
I reckon you'd feel pretty ordinary sitting there hoeing into a choc top watching Ned Brockman run around the
Ned,
country.
do you want to tell them what was on the menu?
Yeah, we actually had popcorn and chocolate milk. Ned's chocolate milk, only the finest.
And can I tell you, Ned's chocolate milk
As you walk in.
is delicious.
Oh,
Really?
very good.
That'll get
Does
you
that help
running.
you run
Best in
faster?
class.
Or do you
Yeah.
just
Best in
need
class.
to run after you've drunk it?
Actually, speaking of food, Jace, were you hooking into a potato scallop there just before?
No, I know.
Oh, no, you
can see on the camera.
Oh, you're in our Sydney studios. Have you got a...
It was a very well buttered piece of toast, but I looked at it too and thought it was a potato cake.
It did look like a potato cake, yeah. I wasn't peaking early with a potato cake at 7:30, Ned. Now, stop judging my breakfast.
No, just nothing.
Hey, Ned, let's talk about the doco. Congratulations, mate, 'cause it's a great watch. Now, there's a few amazing moments. I know that we've had Ned on in a previous iteration of this show on another network where he spoke about the maggots.
Oh, you had maggots in your feet, didn't you?
in
that's
his
right,
toe.
yeah.
Now, this doco provides us a close-up look at those maggots.
Oh, Jesus.
Ned, how broken was your body post-run?
Look, it was, I think, where it was meant to be in that I haven't really ever trained for years and years and years. So the lack of 100K weeks, I only picked up running 2-3 years ago. So I was just kind of willing to bear whatever load and whatever injuries were to come my way. So, yeah, by that time, it was kind of just fight or flight mode all the way to Bondi. And it is what it is. I think it's just one of those things. I'm going to always be quite injured, but that's the price I'm willing to pay in order to do these things.
So, sorry, did you say you only picked up running a couple of years beforehand?
Yeah, only 2 years prior. I kind of picked it up in COVID. Furthest I'd ever run was 3K.
So
Started in March of 2020.
Imagine that, Loz, if I said you and I could be running what Ned did in 4 years' time.
That's not going to happen.
Lauren's
It's funny,
just
Ned,
taken it
just
up.
because before you got on the phone, I was like,
Yeah, this is
I've
great.
started running. I've trying to take up running, and then I thought, why am I telling this story before Ned Brockman gets
She
on the
she
phone?
showed us a video of her running in Rome, and it's there going...
I know, I saw it.
Yeah,
I've been watching you. I'm watching everything.
I
And
know,
my
but-
fiance was on a Lime scooter following me.
But also the best bit, Ned, you didn't hear the audio, and she's like, here I am, running in Rome.
Running's hard. Running's very
Well, it's
hard.
funny because after the doco, everyone in that theatre sort of said, I'm inspired to go for a run.
Yes. But
Who wants to go for a run? And I was like, it's the last thing I want to do after seeing that, the
Is that-
torture he went through.
Is that part of it, though, Ned, to inspire other people to get out there?
Again, I think it's a bit of a byproduct. I kind of did it for the two reasons at the start, and then the inspiration that came was something that was a second thing to it, I think. And I think that's a lot of pressure to put on your shoulders in order to inspire people to do something. But I think you can take what you want from what I do, and I would never want to force anything down anyone's throat, but to be that force, that source of inspiration for someone is a massive... I feel very proud of that, yeah.
But watching the documentary back, because you must have gone to some pretty deep, dark places, are you watching it like an out-of-body experience thinking, like, that can't be me? How did I do that?
Honestly, I was stinging when I watched it the first time. I was like, I cannot wait to be back in that mode. It's the one mode that I yearn for the better part of 2 years every time I wait for the next one.
Because I once ran a half marathon and I finished, crossed the finish line and thought, I am never doing that again.
Also, I'm surprised you
What an
actually...
inspiration you are.
I'm surprised you watched it. Like, I mean, you've seen it, to sit there and watch it with everyone else again. I mean, you're at Chancellor. You've got to duck into a cinema next door and watch stuff.
What about Ned's support team? His entire family. which struck me, Ned, about how did you say if you had your time again, you wouldn't do it with the family because you had your mum, your dad, your brother.
They say support crew when you pick your crew. Don't choose your mum and dad or your girlfriend or your mate because they see the absolute worst of you.
Right.
At least you can kind of turn on your mate or your whatever. But yeah, I brought mum, dad, girlfriend at the time, mate, and my sister and brother. So they reckon don't do that, and I did it.
Are you all still friends?
Right.
Well, no, he just referred to her as girlfriend at the time. So I would say that didn't work out for the best there, Ned.
Yeah, no, it turns out that's probably why.
Well, look, Ned Brockman is joining us on the air. The documentary Run, it will air on Fox Sports at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow and also available on KO Sports. You're a bloody legend, Ned. We love having you on the show.
Appreciate you guys. All the best.
Good on you, mate. Ned Brockman there.
I love him.
He is awesome value.
So we've just returned from 2 weeks break. It is good to be back.
Absolutely.
But in the 3 months leading up to the 2-week break, we had sort of been giving our very own Clint Stanaway a bit of a ribbing because not a ribbing, but he'd been keeping a secret from you, Jace. I knew why he was shredding. You're on the shred.
Yeah.
Like full 12-week. You hadn't been drinking. Good for you.
No alcohol.
In fact, you were no fun.
Yeah.
Like
the
after
diet
the show
had to be overhauled.
Oh, after the show, we'd go for a walk to like the coffee shop and he'd order a boiled egg.
2 boiled eggs.
On a blowout day.
We should probably take a leaf from his book.
Absolutely not.
Post-holidays.
He looked miserable. And
it was hard.
You were a bit hangry at
I'm
times.
proud of
I
you.
was
You were
hangry.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, those Stanners. And so before we went on break, I knew what you were doing, and you told Jace what it was that you were shredding for. Now, when you told Jace, we turned the microphones down so Melbourne weren't in on the secret.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how many people over the break said to me, what did Clint tell you off the air?
Oh, really?
Why was he shredding?
Because it must be something dramatic for Clint to not have a beer for 3 months.
Exactly.
Well, you were stunned.
I'll tell you what, it knocked me for 6.
Okay.
I did not expect for you to say, and I can finally play you the audio of what he said off the air
And
that
your
day.
reaction to it.
And I was stunned when you told me this.
You know the Channel 7 show, The Full Monty? Well, they're bringing it back to Channel 9 and they've asked me to go in it.
Get.
I would shred for 12 weeks also.
And you said yes.
I said yes.
Oh, Clint.
Okay.
So that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, Clint told you he was doing the full Monty.
Iconic TV show.
And you were quite polite about it on the air. But what you didn't know,
Well, it's for charity. I was
Jace,
like, good for you.
Yeah.
You're doing it for
Thanks for doing
charity.
your bit.
That's what
With
you
your
said
bit.
on the air. Then when we stopped,
Silly man.
when the
You
microphones
silly
were
man.
off and we played a song, you didn't realise that I was recording your actual reaction that didn't go to air. Have a listen.
You're getting your dick out. That's what they do on the show. Out.
Don't. I just...
Free Willy.
And
Little Clint.
And you know what else? It's the Channel 9 crew that will see it. The production crew.
And all the people in the audience.
Yeah, but give about Jenny from Craigie, Bert. What about Darren on the crane cam?
Darren on the crane cam.
Oh, it's a hard no from me.
So you dance with Hugh Willie.
You need to get near a fat celebrity. You need to be near a fat celebrity. I stand by that comment. I actually stand by that comment.
Darren on the crane.
I went home that day and I said, Lou, do you know what Clint's doing? He's doing the full Monty. And Lou's like, is that allowed in 2024? Is he going to get cancelled?
You certainly can't say I want to stand next to the fattest celebrity, so I look ripped.
Again, I stand by that comment if that show was going ahead.
Anyway, Clint.
The full Monty ain't coming back to television.
Yes. Turns out he was lying to you, Jace.
Yes,
I needed
it does.
cover.
The way I found out you were lying to me...
There's many disappointed people that Clint's not doing the full Monty.
He's not doing the full Monty.
Yeah, many disappointed moms out there that were excited.
But coming up next, I
About
would like
freeing
you
your
to
willy.
reveal to people why you
Okay.
have really been doing the shred. And I will tell you how I found out. And let's just say it wasn't great timing.
Seeing is believing, Jace.
Why Clint is really doing the shred, all will be revealed coming up next. But the full Monty is not coming back.
It not coming
We're
back.
safe.
there has
Speaking
been
of revealing.
a rumour floating around about Clint Stanaway. The rumour was that you were doing the full Monty, and that's why you were on a 3-month shred, Clint.
Good TV show back in the day. I would never, ever sign up to that.
See,
I don't know if it was a good TV show, but I liked the movie.
Yeah.
Remember the movie? The movie was so good.
The
English
movie was great.
And they're standing in the line at the
That
bank,
small
and the
town.
song comes on,
Yeah.
and they're
But
all
I was
racing.
like, if you're doing that, like, God love him, but stand next to Shane Jacobson or something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you're
you're
looking the goods on
Well, it's
stage.
not the full Monty.
It isn't
Anyway,
the full
that's
Monty.
not why you've been shredding.
Now, I believed, going into the holidays, I believed you were doing the full Monty.
I'm disappointed he's not doing
In
that.
That
fact-
was convincing.
I told a few people, I said, don't tell anyone. But the full Monty's coming to Channel 9 and Clint's going to do it.
Oh, I thought it was going to be you and Chompers, and I thought, Christ.
And then,
You don't want Tony Jones doing that.
oh, God,
No.
no. I reckon it'd be small on the teeth.
Or Peter Hitchener, for that matter. Imagine.
twirling the collared shirt above his head.
So let me set the
With his
scene.
hat.
You can leave that hat on. Pete.
Covering his modesty.
Guys, let me set the scene. I have just moved house over the break, right? I'm unpacking.
Whole new neighbourhood.
Whole new neighbourhood. Haven't met the neighbours yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm unpacking boxes. I'm sweaty. I'm running around. We've got guests.
Oh, you
about-
would have been totally calm about moving house and unpacking boxes, I can imagine.
We had guests probably about 10 minutes away, right? So I'm frantically running
Perfect.
around trying to finally unpack. And then I get a knock on the door. And I look down the hallway because the front door was already open. I look down the hallway. And sitting in my front yard was possibly the biggest oversized cardboard cutout of one shirtless, ripped Clint Stanaway.
Who is that?
Luke!
Look at Mom, come in.
Boys, you shouldn't be saying this. You're too young for this, age.
I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy.
Why was there a cardboard cutout of you in my front yard, Clint?
Did a little photo shoot, Jace.
A little photo
Just
shoot?
a little photo shoot. 12 weeks in the making. No, we did a transformation photo for Men's Health.
You did a men's health body transformation, and here it is, the cardboard cutout of Clint's topless.
All
Oh,
I
God,
can
he's stuck
say
on the
is,
light.
gee, they must be getting desperate.
Oh, my.
Look at the nipple!
Very.
Oh, don't tweak my nipples. Get
It
your
must be
finger off
cold
my
in
nipple.
here. So you've done a
That's
12-week
that is-
body transformation for men's health.
That is distressing, that cutout.
Well, your pictures are all over the internet.
Yeah,
I've seen the Herald Sun. I've seen you on the Daily Mail. I've seen
When
headlines.
you say pictures on the internet, just Men's Health images on
No,
the
there's
internet.
pictures of you wearing very little cloth all over the internet.
Do you want to hear my wife's reaction?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes! Bedroom. I like it.
She
Yeah,
want to keep
Lou.
him put in the bedroom. I'm like, absolutely not.
Oh, you've
Oh
had worse
my
things in your
God.
bedroom.
You can see the reveal on our socials, but Clint
Oh,
Stanaway.
it was hard.
So what have you? 12 weeks
Good for
body
you, mate.
transformation. What's the result?
So the results in kilograms is 9 kegs I
Wow.
lost. So, which is, well, I'm pleased. I'm really proud of what I was able to do.
Absolutely, because
do you
normally
feel good?
I
'Cause,
do.
Like numbers on the scales. We don't need to look at them.
I wasn't happy beforehand. Basically, I just felt a little bit yuck.
Sluggish.
Yeah.
Know
So
the
I just wanted to
feeling.
do something about it. Cracked the whip, trained pretty hard. Tell you,
You
what,
were getting up, Jace, some mornings before the show. He was coming in saying, I got up and trained at 4 o'clock this morning.
and I'm not taking the mickey. Maybe 4 weeks before that, you were coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. You did
that's
a
a
full
real
180.
transformation,
It
isn't
really was.
Hey, do you feel better?
I feel so much better, sleeping a lot better. Although the last couple of weeks I've sort of enjoyed some of the finer things in life, like
Have you?
Food,
Cheese?
a bottle of wine,
Oh,
here and there. Went to Grill Americano the other night and had a
well, that's swanky.
tiramisu and some mac and cheese.
Did you feel sick
But
after?
Yeah.
Can I tell you the last week?
I reckon you would have felt
So
sick.
pre photo day.
Let's call it pre-shred.
Okay, shred. So photo day was on the Monday. And so I worked backwards from Wednesday, and your friend Luke Zocchi
Now,
was sort
Luke
of like
Zocchi-
a consultant, a fitness consultant
He's
in the
like
end.
from the centre up. He's Chris Hemsworth's personal trainer, so you can imagine he's made a few people look ripped before.
Could he make me look
No,
like... No, okay.
no, he
Not a
couldn't.
miracle worker.
He doesn't have a magic wand.
Just
So-
checking.
He
so-
could if you wanted to give yourself probably 6 months.
So this is how wild it all was.
12?
On the Wednesday,
6
you
years.
started prepping on the Wednesday. You'd have 5 litres of water,
5 litres of water.
6 litres on Thursday, 7 litres on Friday and Saturday.
I'm surprised you didn't piss yourself at the photo
A
shoot.
few times over.
But
and
you
then on
would've looked bloated.
and then on the Sunday and the Monday, you have no water at all. So
Ah.
basically, you're starving your body of water. So
Dehydrate.
I wouldn't advise you do this.
I don't think it's a very good idea.
But it's basically to make you.
Oh, to look taut.
Do you know what
photo.
I noticed in the cardboard cutout? And I'm sure you've noticed
It's
it
the
as well,
eyes
Lauren.
for me.
No,
It's
no, no.
too
Is it the
sexy
eyes?
No,
I can't look below the shoulders.
he's got the V.
Oh, does he have the V?
He's got the V.
The V is hot.
The V's like an arrow.
But I
to-
can't look below
What?
Clint's shoulders.
The V's an arrow to what?
The
The
V's an
V,
arrow
you know,
to
the hip V. Everyone wants the hip V.
Oh, yeah, hang on. Get your hands off my V.
Oh, no, you've just banged his head on the
Get
roof.
your hands
See
off
the
my
V?
V. Oh,
The
the
V.
V. Oh.
V.
What
Stop
have you
touching
got?
the cardboard.
What letter have you got?
I've got a W.
I've got an O, like a donut, wrapped around.
He actually mine's more like an O as well.
Just get a spray tan and it covers everything,
No, I don't think that's
basically.
going to cut it for us, Clint. I've just had 2 weeks in Europe and I still don't have the V.
Oh, goodness
Good
gracious.
job, though,
Mate.
Steve.
Thank
I'm
you.
proud of you. You look amazing.
You look incredible.
So now we head to Paris to eat croissants during the
Oh,
Olympics.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, you're going to Paris this week for the Olympics.
Olympic
When do they
Games.
start?
They start next Friday.
How have
Friday
you
week.
swindled leaving this week?
When he comes back, we might give him on the front cover of Big and Tall or something like that.
Hi, mighty. Yeah.
It
How
is-
good. Well done, Stanley.
Yeah,
Proud
good
of
on you, mate.
But someone get that enormous Clint cardboard cutout out of my
Remove
face.
the
staying.
beep. Let's do this. One question, $5,000. Good luck. Let's go to the phones.
Let's go to Natalie. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning, Nat, in this cold Melbourne morning?
I'm a bit nervous that I got through, but good.
Well, good news for you is all you have to do is answer one question, and you could be winning $50 if you choose an easy question, $500 if you choose a medium question, or $5,000 if you choose the difficult question.
So, first question, Natalie, what one are we going? Easy, medium, or hard?
The 5K.
Yes.
$5,000.
Go big or go home, they say.
I've got the honours.
Clint's asking the question today.
Natalie, I just want to be very clear with the rules. You get 3 seconds to answer, okay?
Okay.
If you don't know, guess. Here comes your $5,000 question.
Give it your best shot, Nat. JFK was assassinated in 1963. Who succeeded him as president?
3, 2,
Reynolds?
1.
No. Who was it, Clint?
It was Lyndon Johnson.
Ah.
No
All
idea.
the way with LBJ.
Big J.
Wow, there you go. Very topical. It's been all over the news, all the different presidents and what's happened in the States.
I knew that from Point Break.
Did you?
Yeah, the ex-presidents holding up the banks.
Oh, yeah. They wore the masks.
Yes.
That's right.
Not the remake. The remake was terrible.
Gosh, huge news out of America. Wow.
Yeah, it is crazy. The assassination attempt on Donald Trump. We'll touch that again at 8:30 this morning.
But I'm excited about our next guest.
Sorry, just before we get to that, have you seen Trumpy this morning?
Playing golf.
He's out on the golf course.
he?
There's
He's in the
vision
buggy.
going around of him in the buggy.
I'd be putting him in a Pope-mobile before I put him in a golf buggy. I'd want that
Do you
little
think
glass
that's real,
cage.
that vision? Has he got earmuffs on or something?
No.
Imagine if you hit a stray ball.
Oh, not again.
Stop it. Stop it.
Can I get up?
Stop.
Let me get my shoes. How was that?
Why did his shoes fall off?
Oh, I don't know. Jace and Lauren with you this morning, and what a day yesterday. We had a little excursion on a Sunday.
We did. We had Teddy Swims in Nova's Red Room. It was pretty amazing, actually. His voice is like butter. It's one of the best voices I've ever heard.
There was a moment when he was performing, and you looked at me and were like, oh. And I had to remind you, he's got a partner, and you have a fiancé.
I know, but let me tell you, Paul can't sing like that. No,
There's
no.
not many people that can.
And can I say, what a nice guy.
Yeah, we got the chance to catch up with him just before he took to the stage, and he just seemed like a guy that, I don't know, that we'd gone out and had a couple of beers with in the past. Like just a down-to-earth guy. Take a listen for yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Nova's Red Room presents the one and only.
Hey, it's Teddy Swims. Can't wait to see you live in Nova's Red Room.
Here we are, Nova Red Room. Teddy,
baby.
welcome.
Happy to be here, man.
Hey, Teddy Swims, you said something just before that is going to win the heart of every person from Melbourne, and that is that you are loving this cold weather.
Yeah, it's miserable back home, man. I mean, like, I live in LA now, which is not as hot, but back home in Georgia, it's like thick and muggy. It's the nastiest weather ever when it's about summertime out there. So I've been missing the cold and the breeze, and the air is also just much cleaner here.
Yeah, it is.
You guys
Yeah.
take care of your environment.
Yeah.
Unlike us.
We do a few things better here, Teddy, I'll be honest.
Yeah, certainly. So it's having, I get good out there like, yes, clean air, it's cold, crispy. Oh, it's the best.
I've got to. We are in a beautiful theatre for the Red Room as well. This is
Yeah.
very cool. Thank you for playing the Red Room.
Oh, anytime. I'm stoked to be here.
I mean, you were here last year, you did some smaller gigs, you're playing Margaret Court Arena, sold out stadium shows, which must be a thrill, but these small, intimate gigs, do they still feel really special to you?
Yeah, these are the ones I think that are always like really good because I can really take my time, and it's not, you're not really playing to like a click, and it's like when you're playing the big shows, there's sometimes you forget like the first lyric of a song, but you got this thing in your ear that's going like verse 2, 3, 4, and if you mess it up, I mean, it's going on without you. You know what I mean? So it's always nice to like be able to talk and take my time and explain songs and really like feel like I can really engage rather than lights just flickering, and sometimes you can't pick somebody and see. And
I've always wondered for an artist when they're on stage, can you see what's happening in the crowd, or can you hear what people are screaming out? Because you know how like there'll be proposals sometimes, or there'll be signs.
I try my very best to like keep an eye on things too, especially we always instill a rule when it comes to our big shows that like
what goes on tour stays on tour.
Well, not that part, but we call it staying with it, and staying with it is a very important thing because people sometimes, if they're anything like me, they get way too hammered before Teddy Swims goes on stage, and then what they do is like pass out about 4 songs in, or like somebody gets into a fight or something, and it's just like, look guys, before we get started, let's all make sure we're checking on our friends and drinking water, and we're not locking up our knees and falling out.
That's good advice.
Well,
going to a show with you.
You said that because my wife made me drive today because she said you have no self-control at these, and I know you'll party into Sunday afternoon, and you're back at work tomorrow.
Exactly, and sometimes you just gotta kick that can a little further down the road,
Actually,
my boy.
Speaking of which, I've driven a car full of mums that are dead set keen to see you this afternoon.
So you've got a few extra tickets to the Nova Red Room, and you're bringing your wife and all the school mums.
They just happened to win them. It was unbelievable, like uncanny. But
Look
they're
out
so
for them.
excited to see you. And I said, what do you love about him? And they said, apart from the music, we love, because they've all got sons, and they're like, we love how much he loves his mum.
Yeah, of course, man. She's my.
And I was like,
that's my girl, man. She's the best, dude.
How often do you have to ring mum when you're out touring?
Look, so okay, I recently got a second phone because my other one blows up so much, and I was just trying to get one for my family so my mom could get in touch with me. But she takes that as every opportunity to like text me all the time and call me all the time, and I'm like, Mama, I love you. My phone's different, but my schedule has not changed. I will call you as soon as I can, baby. And it's tough when we're out here though, because we're on the other side of the world, 18 hours apart or something. And so that kind of hurts us a little bit. But she just always, I love you.
Got to answer mum's calls. You got to answer mum's calls.
Yes, because she gets all in her head, and she's like, "Why are you avoiding me?" And it's like, Mama, I love you. Yeah, stop, Mama. I'm fine.
Just be careful carrying 2 phones in Australia. It could look dodgy as well. Some people aren't always carrying a second phone for mum there, Teddy.
Yeah, totally.
Stop it. Hey, Teddy, one thing I love, and I've seen so much on social media while you've been on this tour, it's not just the tour that you're doing. You're getting out and about. We've seen you in schools. We saw you with that busker. Is that something that you make a conscious effort to do, or it just happens? Like, did you just stumble upon that woman singing your song?
That one, yeah, and then and our boy Pace, we he had last year done I had the open verse thing of Lose Control, and he had did it, and we ended up hitting it off and becoming buds, and so I was like, man, let's set up time so I can come up, sing a couple songs. And I mean, those little things are just so necessary, especially to give back to community. It's like Australia, and it's always just loved me and loved on me, and it's like one of my favorite places to be because I'm playing again arenas here, and back home I don't get that kind of love, and I think we're so kindred spirits, and I think I just want to get back to, and there's things with children, in New Zealand we got to do this Red Nose Day, raise money for Cure Kids, and and do a little busking thing there. It was like 500 people or something came out to support and raise some money. And I want to tell you, this kid, I ended up meeting this kid, Corin, and I thought maybe he was like 14, and he, we just started chatting and hitting it off. He gave me a Panamu, and he gave me this, like, he told me he had wanted to come to the next show in Wellington. And so I was like, look, man, I'll book you and your aunt a ticket to come see us. And they flew on the plane and, stayed at the hotel, and he got to come, and he's like, man, what a dream come true. And it was so cool. And we're texting all the time now. I'm like, bro.
I can see you getting emotional talking about it. So, like, it obviously really meant something,
ever, man. And like, we had
how cool is
such
it
a
being
blast.
the person that can actually do that for someone else now and give back?
That's the coolest thing in the world, is like to be able to do that. That's I will always get to do this, and the second that it ever feels like not that, then it's time to check ourselves on
100%.
gratefulness,
We are on the air with Teddy Swims. This is our chat from Nova's Red Room. You can check out some of the footage on our socials. Jason Lauren. Coming up next, we talk tattoos with Teddy and what specific part of the body he might get some ink next.
That's a tiny Teddy for sure.
Hey,
that is my tiny Teddy.
The one and only Teddy Swims.
It's Teddy Swims. I've got to say, how you go, like, you just head off with Aussies. You've just got this demeanour about yourself like you're one of us.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I feel like we met you at a few barbecues and we've gone on the beers together.
Because I feel like there is a certain thing about Australia and in like the south of America, like Georgia, it's like there's that same kind of like, I don't know, kind of draw in the mouth. I think we speak from the same area right here.
We're lazy how we speak.
And we have, talk like a bunch of rednecks. You know what I mean? And we have the same hospitality, and you hold the doors open and you like love on people.
Ted, are you fishing for a green card?
I sure am, yeah.
Yeah, we'd have you any day.
I'm trying to get my dual citizenship.
Yeah, right.
Well, you've branded yourself now with your tiny Teddy on your cheek.
Yeah, that
You're
was
true
stupid.
blue Aussie.
How many tats are we up to?
Oh, God, I couldn't tell you, man. I think on the face alone, I'm probably at 20-something. I mean, that's just...
So this is your latest, though?
Yeah, just
the tiny Teddy. And do we love tiny Teddies? Or
Yeah. Well, we have these things back home called Teddy Grahams, and like little graham crackers that look kind of similar, but they don't come with all the flavors, and they don't have like the cute thing. Like the marketing on that is just genius. It's so good. I loved them. I took a box home with me when we got it. I was like, hey, if I'm gonna get this cookie on my face, I might as well try it.
Did it hurt on the cheek?
No, it's not that bad. It's really, the face is just kind of.
Have you got a
cushy on the
front? Have you got one place you refuse to get tatted?
Yeah, I mean on my unit probably. I think
no worries, me.
Still
you
clean.
said probably. It still wasn't even a no. It was like,
the thing is, it's like the thing is about that. It'd be like a whole lot more like a hi and not a hello. If you get what I'm saying. I don't have that much to write home about, so it's just I don't want to put nobody through that.
We're doing a tiny Teddy on that one, guys.
It's a tiny Teddy for sure.
Hey,
that is my tiny Teddy.
Let's chat about the album. I've tried everything but therapy. It's a personal album, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it means a lot to me.
The song "The Door," it's my favorite. I think everyone I know can relate to that song, and I think does it ever surprise you how much enthusiasm people sing that song with?
Dude, it's cool. We started like closing our show with it because I didn't expect that one to start blowing like it did, and it really is like it's so beautiful because again it's like being able to take something so painful and like something that was so like hurtful in my life, that I had to go back and reclaim my life and get out of that situation. And I know a lot of people that relate with it or have gone through the same thing, but when that song comes on and we can all just celebrate that pain and like turn it into such a positive thing and just jump around and celebrate and party through that awful thing that happened. It's like getting on the other side of that and saying like, reclaiming your life and reclaiming joy that was taken from
like
you.
Power anthem.
It's like, it's almost like spiritual in a way for me,
Were you a shy kid growing up?
Oh, very, dude.
Because the reason I bring that up, and we've spoken about this on the show sometimes, like I was a shy kid growing up, and, I imagine releasing a song is a lot like when we open up on the radio show and tell a personal. Like, I sometimes feel more comfortable doing it in the studio with Lauren than in a group of friends. And I can imagine that moment when you've written a song so personal, like, who's the first person you show it to? Like, because you just must feel so exposed.
Yeah, and I always show it to my band and my boys because
they're honest.
You know, they're always they're willing to call me out at any moment.
Teddy,
Like,
this is a shit one. Let's bury this one and go the other one.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, dude, I was used to the point where I wouldn't talk to my grandma. And I remember my first year, I was 6 years old playing football, and they had me as a quarterback, which American football, and I had me as a quarterback. And you're supposed to say down, set hut, but it was my tight end. I had to say hut for me because I would not talk to my coaches or anything. I was just I was so shy, bro.
Do you look back at that kid now and think, look how far I've come. Look at who I am now. I know, like, your original songs when we all fell in love with you was on YouTube, which isn't in front of a whole heap of people. It's just online. And now you're doing these huge stadium shows. Can that kid believe who you are now?
He would have never seen me with this kind of presence. If I could go back and talk to him, he wouldn't even talk to me. You know, he would be like hiding behind his dad's leg, like, get him away from me. Yeah, I think
that's probably why you love, like, you know, rocking up at the busker the other day and helping people, you know. Any chance of getting you to have a crack at AFL?
Yeah, absolutely.
How you reckon you go out on the footy field here?
You know, not as good as I used to could. You know what I mean? But
a lot more running out this game.
Yeah, I don't think I've.
We'll just sit and stand our beers and watch.
When's the last time I've actually sprinted? You know what I mean? Sprinting is just like sounds awful.
Overrated.
Yeah,
sprinting's overrated.
I could try to stay a little in shape.
I got to park 9 spots down before I bitched about the distance I had to walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Mate, congratulations on all your success.
You,
Thank you so much for playing the Nova Red Room.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, we can't wait for you to keep visiting. You are welcome here anytime.
Well, you got it. You got it.
You know it'd be happening right now, don't you?
What'd be happening right now?
In cars across Melbourne.
Many sad parents dropping their children back to school.
Ta-da, kids.
Oh, parents. Have you just dropped the kids off?
We did it, Melbourne.
How are you celebrating? Surviving another school holidays?
Unfortunately, we've got no money in our bank accounts to go celebrate them back to school because we've spent it all on activities.
How long would some schools had 3 weeks?
3?
Some had 2, some had 3. It's a lot of money to spend
posh
on
ones.
activities.
Yep.
Where was that when I was a child? 3 weeks off.
Because you're at a state school.
Oh.
That's why, yeah.
How many did your kids have?
Just 2.
Oh.
Yep, God only gave them 2.
Oh, the Catholic school.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Well done to all the parents for surviving another 2 weeks of school holidays.
Yeah.
Well done to all the kids for putting up with your parents like Jace for 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Stop.
Okay. I was an altar boy. I'm allowed to make those jokes.
Yeah. It says so in the New Testament.
That's the little book.
Is it little, is it? Is it littler than the old
Stop
one?
it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, move on. What are we doing?
The Gideon's still rolling those things out in hotels?
Well, some hotels.
Yeah, right.
The motels.
I'm surprised they're not just leaving USB sticks with it on there
that's a
now.
good idea.
You know what I mean?
More modern.
Plug and play.
Save the paper.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are.
But
It's what Jim would have wanted.
That's enough, Clint.
Stop it, you two.
All right.
About time you got up with the times.
What are we doing now?
I don't know.
It's our first day back from holidays and the wheels are falling off.
Guys, we're just excited. Kids are back at school, all right? Let us celebrate. I cannot wait to get home today, just into the peace of quiet.
I hope one, not that I would want them to be sick, but I hope one has to come home for some reason.
They could lose a limb and they're going to school today, let me tell you.
Toothache.
Yeah, well, don't chew as hard. I'll pick you up at 3. Hey, coming up next, we are about to do Melbourne Whispers. If you are sitting on a rumour, something you have heard in Melbourne, give us a ring, 13 24 10. There has been a rumour floating around regarding AFL Grand Final and Katy Perry popping her head up.
I know. I reckon she'd be ace at the AFL Grand Final.
Well, we have a Melbourne whisper regarding her performance at the AFL Grand Final.
Stop it.
And who she would be planning to drag on stage with her.
Ooh!
That one is going to shock ya. Melbourne Whispers, the hot little rumours around town, coming up next.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like to hear. Melbourne Whispers.
Okay, thanks to Mimosa Homes, V Collection Homes, starting from $199,900 plus free site costs. Visit mimosahomes.com.au. We love free site costs.
We sure do.
We love anything with the word
Free.
in it. So good on you, Mimosa Homes.
All right, this is where we discuss the hottest rumours around Melbourne. What are people talking about?
What's
the
on the tip of
rumours
your
of what's
tongue?
happening in this great city of ours?
13 24 10 is our number. If you are sitting on a little bit of a rumour, remember you can remain completely anonymous.
Because maybe you're in the know. Maybe you know something.
We've been doing this all year and we've had some tremendous success.
We have.
Haven't we? We've unearthed some scorches.
I heard a rumour yesterday, but I can't say it.
No, don't say.
Why?
That's
the point
That's
of this
the golden
topic.
rule. You can't tease us like that.
I overheard who the next special guest at Nova's Red Room
Oh,
is.
yeah. Who
That's
is
all.
it?
Who is it?
There's a big one coming up. It's all I can say is
Well, hang on. Is it?
Go.
Close to home. That's all I can say.
Close to home.
That's all I can say.
Do not say it.
I don't know. Could I guess? Can I guess?
I'll tell you what. That was a real father voice
can
on
guess.
our
Wasn't
executive
it?
producer Brody.
Is it?
I can't confirm
What?
I can't confirm or deny.
Have a guess.
Kylie Minogue.
I'm not confirming or denying. Let's move on.
She just played.
Let's go to
Apparently.
Travis. 13 24 10. G'day, Trav. How are you?
Good, mate. How are you, legend?
Oh, I'm sweating at the moment. Help a
Good,
brother
Travis.
out here.
Have you heard a
Hey, can
rumour about Melbourne?
Can I have a guess at that?
No, can you just...
yeah,
no,
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
Of course you can.
Have
Go,
a guess.
Trav.
Jesus.
Who do you think's coming to Nova's Red Room?
Well, if it's close to home, it's got to be the alleged Ricky Lee, but that's not my rumour anyway.
Oh, Ricky Lee would be good.
Guys, can we just move on to Travis's rumour?
Yes, sorry.
Well, the other
So,
option is
I know-
me, and that's a much better option. Ricky Lee, I'd
Yeah, I
suggest.
agree.
All right. What do you got?
I got friends in some music business saying Katy Perry and Daryl Braithwaite are going to be doing a duet at the grand final.
Okay, so no.
Yes.
No.
Well, here's the thing.
If Katy Perry does a grand final, I'm all for it.
It's potentially the best of both worlds because so many people right now are saying, why do we have to go with a big name American? Why don't we go homegrown? And then the others are going, why we go homegrown? Let's get a big name American.
It's not going to be, if
what a
Katy
collab.
Perry does it, it's not going to be a collab with Dazzling
Imagine
Daryl.
that.
He did his collab with Harry Styles already. That's done.
He did too.
It could be someone like, what about like
Imagine Daryl singing Firework.
No. What about like G Flip or Tones and I or someone?
Imagine.
Daryl singing Firework.
Daryl doesn't do much singing anymore though. He
No,
sort of
Daryl
gets the
sings
crowd
3
to
songs.
he gets the crowd to sing it though. He
Remember
doesn't-
when
Imagine Katy Perry singing, how's that?
Remember when
Let's try
Daryl
that
uploaded
chord out.
the...
How's that? Sing it, Katie.
Remember when
One summer.
Daryl uploaded the photo of him on the
Fly
toilet?
away. Oh, yeah. He did
Yeah,
a
we've all
selfie.
been there. haven't
I
we?
don't know how Katie would feel about that. But
Imagine Daryl trying to sing Raw. No.
I'm
But
here.
G-Flip, Tones
I
and
am here
I,
for Katy Perry,
Jessica Melboy. Like Robbie did it with Delta.
Katy and Daryl.
No.
The collab
13
no one saw coming.
24
happening.
10 is our number if you are sitting on a rumour. Let's go to Christine in Sunbury. Morning, Christine.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We are
We're
good.
Have you heard a rumour around Melbourne?
I have. So the rumour is that Channel 10 will shut its doors by the end of the year.
Oh.
Oh, there's a lot of talk about 10 at the
But
moment and the
where's-
sale of Paramount.
Where's Neighbours going to go?
Neighbours is hanging by a thread. Even Toadie saw that.
It's
I
just
spoke.
come back.
Oh, Toadie's gone.
Toadie's
the whole
gone.
of Channel 10, you're saying?
Well, I mean, the rumour over there is this, like
Yeah,
they are
it's
absolutely
hard.
cutting costs. My heart goes out to everyone that works there because I just
Oh.
hate seeing the entertainment industry, hurting like that. But
I don't think that'll happen. I don't believe it.
I don't know, like Paramount
What,
owning
we-
them overseas.
And what? We're just going to have 7, 9 and the ABC?
Yeah. I mean,
Must be.
like, to be honest, because we just moved into the new house, right? And
What
I
about
had
the project?
I had a guy hanging some TVs and he said, "Oh, do you want the antenna plugged in here?" And I'm like, I don't think my kids have ever watched, like,
What about Clint
Free-to-air
Stanaway on
TV.
every
Thanks for
hour
your
on
they
Channel 9?
watch 9 Now, the app.
They watch Weekend Today on 9 Now app,
You got
do
it.
they?
That's
on their
right.
little
Yeah. I'm like, kids, put down the
iPads.
iPads. Enough of Weekend Today.
They love the cooking segments.
Play some Roblox, for God's sake.
They love watching Clint on the news.
Felix is always like, but Nagi Mahashi's coming up. I'm like, no.
Yes.
So you didn't even plug your TV into an aerial?
Not in the kids' area, no.
Oh.
Like that's... I know it sounds sad, but like most people are just watching, apps now. Free-to-air,
What about
Look at him
just quickly.
panicking.
Name
because
one contestant on the summit.
Olympia Valance.
Damn it!
I'll actually watch that
Hey,
show.
Speaking of the Today Show kitchen, here's a little look behind the curtain.
Oh, yeah?
We had a French chef in at the weekend to celebrate Bastille Day.
Is it Bastille Day today?
It was yesterday.
Today in France, yesterday.
Today in France.
Yeah.
Right
Hang
now
on,
in France, yesterday.
Don't the Pancake Parlour normally send in...
No, that's Pancake Day.
What's Bastille Day?
French
National Day.
Like National Day in France.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are they the same thing?
That's what I'm wondering.
What?
Do we get pancakes?
No, that's
thought it was the
Pancake
same.
Day.
No, but Pancake Day's got like an official name. It's not just
No, it's like
Pancake
Shrove
Day.
Tuesday or
Shrove
something.
Tuesday, that's it.
Shrove
That's not Bastille Day.
Well, what
Oh
do we
my
get
God.
for Bastille
Were
Day?
you talking about your kids going to a Catholic school before?
Yeah. I remember when we pulled up at the school. It was like, okay, we have to give them a crash course. That's a church. Cool guy called God lives there.
Stop.
Okay.
Go.
Sorry,
Clint?
Producer Brady.
Just to clarify, Bastille Day celebrates the French Revolution and not pancakes.
Thank you.
What, like what Les Mis?
Yes.
I'm Jean Valjean.
Surely someone's going to send us a croissant.
Sing.
Les Mis
Sing
is
a
my
song
favourite musical.
for pancakes.
That's what I love about this show.
We don't know what we're talking about.
I was about to say it's an education lesson. It is just gone 4 to 9.
Talk about the Bible again.
You're on the...
Stop. Play a song. We out of time.
All right, that is it.
It's good to be back.
It is great to be back. Hey, Mel is in next. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. So great
Morning,
to have
Mel.
you guys back.
Oh, we're thrilled to be back.
I wish I had footage of Lauren as an Eshe scooting around Rome, though. That would have been
Oh,
fun.
yeah. I've got it. I'll send it to you.
What's
Cool.
an essay?
Oh, Jace, come on.
What's
Oh,
an
they're not in
Eshe?
your area.
Right.
No, not-
She keeps using this lingo. I
Sorry.
don't
Your
understand
kids
half
would
the
know.
stuff
Your
Mel
kids would
knows.
know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
They're the guys that wear like tracksuits and bum bags and caps.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
Yeah,
I'm
they
with
vape.
you.
Mel,
Yeah.
apologies about the oversized cutout that you can see.
It is huge.
We're going to torch it.
What do you mean?
For anybody who missed it, Clint is on the front cover of Men's Health, and in here we have the world's biggest cardboard cutout.
Of Clint with his shirt off and he's
If
already
you're
out.
looking for a topless co-host
Actually-
today, Mel,
I'll bring him in.
You know what? I'll move it in.
we'll bring it in.
All
We'll
right,
bring it in.
thanks. Love it.
What's coming up today? You paying bills?
Yeah, we're paying some bills. So register on the Nova Player or novafm.com.au. And we're going to kick off Nova's Naughties at 9 next.
Awesome.
Very
we are
nice.
out of here. We'll see you tomorrow, Melbourne. Bye.
Bye.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.